let's talk about it. Motivation is the topic. It's what we're trying to get through every day. It's what we try to add to our lives. It's what we use as a tool in order to do the things that we want to do, in order to accomplish goals that we have in life. And it's a difficult thing. It's not something that you're always going to have. It's not something that you're always going to be able to keep. It's not something that is permanent. Motivation is like clouds in the sky. Sometimes it covers the sun, sometimes the sun is shining great, sometimes they pass by, sometimes they're there for a long time, sometimes there's none there. But what we do is, again, we try to create motivation. And that's the topic for today. It's creating your own motivation. Now, everyone asks, how do you create motivation? Create motivations pretty much every way you could possibly think of. Reading books, watching or listening to podcasts, changing your diet, doing something good for you, something that brings you joy, taking a break. We're going on and on and on about this every day. Because it's not such a permanent thing, it's something that we always have to work towards. It's something that we always have to build. And like I said, this episode is about the fact that we have to create it. It has to be created. It cannot just come from nowhere. You have to make it yourself. You have to allow the opportunity for anything to happen. For being able to strive for greatness. Being able to push limits. Whatever it happens to be. In my day, I find something that brings me motivation. And just searching for it is a way that I create it myself. It's a way that I allow myself to be able to move forward from one moment to the next. And you know what? Being here, being able to make videos about it, makes me have to think about it. It makes me have to come up with reasons and why and find out everything behind motivation that I can share. And that's super important to me. Now, I don't know what necessarily would be super important to you that would allow you to be able to find a way to create your own motivation. But whatever it happens to be, we need to find it. We need to create it and build on what we're working with. Like a lot of people say, they go to the gym. Well, guess what? It's not always motivating. It doesn't always motivate you. You come by week after week, day after day, you don't quite get what you want. Shit, sucks. Oh well, what are you gonna do? Give up? A lot of people do, and that's what we're trying to move away from. We're trying to, again, create. It's not an easy thing to do. And like I said, there are days that I have my highs and I have my lows. There are some days I just don't even want to deal with it. And I don't always win. But continuously coming back and trying again the next day or 2 days later because I didn't quite make it is what allows me to keep going and create more motivation. You know, I have been going to the gym consistently, for 3 months. I don't get bigger, I don't get smaller. I weigh the same, 100%. I was just talking to a friend about this. My weight does not change. It's not the thing I use to motivate me. The scale does nothing for me. It creates no motivation. The image in the mirror creates no motivation for me. But being able to work on a goal that I can achieve at the gym, something that I can't do, that I want to do, creates motivation. Now, it's as simple as the fact that I want to be able to do a muscle up, which is literally just a chin up and then you go up past the rest of your body. And then come back. It's not something I can do yet. And when you think about it, doing squats doesn't really pertain to me learning how to do a muscle up. But it's all part and parcel. It's building momentum. It's creating goals. It's pushing limits. It's knowing that all these little steps that I take are going to lead to something that I really want. And it creates a level of motivation for me to keep going back. No matter what I see on the scale, no matter what I see in the mirror. I want to be a little bit stronger. I want to be more capable of doing stuff. I want to be able to excel. So I find things that I can't do, and I find ways to make it so that I can do them. It's creating motivation, because motivation can't be kept. Can't be held on to. It can't be a driving factor of your life. It can't make the problems go away. It doesn't make anything easier. But it allows us to push through. And when we push through, we find more motivation. And motivation creates more motivation, just like success creates more success. And, hard work creates more hard work when we don't like it. But we do it anyways. We're creating motivation. We're creating it ourselves. You're developing what it is that you truly want. And you have short-term goals, medium goals, long-term goals, dreams, aspirations, desires, you name it. We find ways to do it. We find ways to make it work. So, with that said, and with today being today, go find a way to create some motivation. Draw a picture. Write a list of things you gotta do. Go for a walk. Do something that you're supposed to be doing and that you've been procrastinating on. We all do it. It's not something that we have to hide from. It's not something that we need to stress out about. One step at a time. Let's just keep moving. Let's do it together. If you're unsure about it, just know that I'm there behind you. And I'll keep trying to motivate you the best that I possibly can. Because hopefully that brings me more to motivation. Because I want to create my own. And I want you to create your own. So, with that said, let's stay positive, stay motivated, and together we can be better.